talk about the 5 steps to build your credit fast. I have been so busy, you guys, and I've been focused on just running right now, school, behind the scenes, all of these other things. But I wanted to start. I have quite a few live topics that I want to talk about, and I just want to come on here and just get it all out for those people that need it. And I thought that I really need to make this video today, or literally today, because of this specific topic, though, because it seems like a lot of people are still in their credit, and they want to build it faster. It's sometimes it seems like people are taking forever to do this. So I wanted to go over these 5 things. I want to add a few other things in there. If you guys ever have any questions outside of just these videos, I am literally up to date with all comments. Like, if you have commented to me in the last year and a half, I have answered that comment. I am up to date with that. But make sure you guys are subscribed. If you're not subscribed, it's too many people. I'm trying to make sure I answer every question from every subscriber, because even if I watch other YouTube videos, especially if they're old, that's from like 3 years ago, could still help me. So I still want to answer questions, because people that's watching 3-year-old videos from me now can probably still get help from it. So if you're not subscribed, I'm honestly not answering those right now. But if you are subscribed, I'm at, and usually I'm going to answer you guys right away also. So let's get right on into it. So if y'all trying to build your credit score fast, a lot of people want to build their credit score fast because they want credit cards, they're trying to get a house, they're trying to get a car real soon, they're trying to do whatever they can do to build their credit fast. There's multiple ways that you can literally credit like in faster in like a week, or just increase your credit score in like a week, to take a month. It just depends on everybody's situation. So I'm going to go over some things, and each thing could just take different amount of times, and we'll go over exactly how much time everything can take. So the first thing is, like, don't assume what's important. Actually, go get your credit report. You can actually too look on Credit Karma. You can actually see like your score, and you can see like what's on your credit on Credit Karma. So I do suggest that you all do that. That's a free route. I do also have like a link down in the description. We go IQ route, where they can give you all 3 credit scores and credit reports for just $1 trial for 7 days. But actually look and see what's on your credit report. Don't just assume that you know what's on your credit, because I think that's the biggest thing that's wrong with people. People assume, I think this, Keto, or I think that. Like, literally look and see what's wrong with it. And you're looking at your credit, what I want you to do is I want you to see any potential negative item, because if you see negative items on your credit, then you could possibly just go ahead and dispute those accounts. And I have a free letter on my website, Rickita.com. It's in the description. It's literally myname.com. Right there at the top, you'll get a free letter to send into the credit bureaus to remove these items. So if you got like collections still sending bankruptcies, charge-offs, try to work to remove these items. This process could take anywhere from 10 days to a year, or sometimes you can't remove certain accounts. It is what it is. This can be a great way for you guys to work to increase your credit score. If you have negative accounts, you got some room to actually increase your credit score faster. You just need to dispute these accounts with the credit bureaus and have them remove it. If they don't remove it, do a complete PB, and make sure that you're sending all your letters certified. So that's the first, like, just look at see what's on your credit report, and if there's anything negative, dispute it. Okay. Now, the next thing is, some people could be having lower credit score of their credit now because you're having late payments. So if you have late payments already on your credit reports, try to do like a goodwill to the company and ask them to remove the late payments. Also, send a dispute to the credit bureaus, ask them to update the account is never late. That's something that you can do. Put all of your credit cards on auto pay. Like, I am so crazy right now with all my cards, to the point where my biggest thing was I would just pay them late, and I wanted to stop having like late payments on my credit years ago. So I just put everything on auto pay for the minimum, and then I literally go in and pay extra in the beginning of the month. So when August comes, we're in July. When August come, what I'm going to do, everything is already on auto pay, but I'm going to go ahead and pay like my credit cards. I'm going to statement balance, and I'm going to pay it in the beginning of the month, just so that I can have it paid for, and I don't have to worry about them ever charging me interest on my credit cards, or have to worry about a late payment, because I know that a payment went through, so they can never mark me late. So Make sure you guys have everything on auto pay, and then pay all your bills on time. And that's really number two, because some people trying to build their credit and they don't understand like those late payments. They're like, oh, I was just late on something. Dude, you're trying to build your credit right now. You cannot have late payments, period. Late payments is like one of the worst things you can do, because to me it's harder to remove a late payment than it is sometimes to remove certain accounts like a collection or a charge off. So just try to avoid late payments. It's just like you finally got into a good with a bank. They was able to give you a credit card or whatever, and you're messing it up by paying them late. What other company is going to want to give you a credit card if they see you paying your other cards late, and it just tanks your credit score so much. My credit score went down like 80 something points the last time I got a late payment years ago, and I learned my lesson already in the building stage, and I was like, I was doing so good. So I just tell people, do not mess around with these late payments. Like, put everything on auto pay. Number three to me is the biggest one, because I always find like this can be the problem for a lot of people. You can already have credit cards. You could already be building your credit, and you're wondering why my credit score not really high, or heat. I already got a lot of credit cards, everything already on auto pay. I don't have any negative accounts. It could be your utilization. Like, you probably need to pay that credit cards in a sweet spot in terms of utilization, in terms of how much your balance sheet compared to your limits. To me, is 5%. I like 5%, because I feel my credit is always the best when I'm at 5%. Anything over 29% is lowering your credit score. If you have credit cards that's over 29%, or your overall utilization too, when you add up all your balances and divided by your limits, it's actually over 29%. You're actually lowering your credit score. What you can do is work on just lowering your credit score. I mean, not credit score, lowering the balances on your credit card so that you can increase your credit score. I do have a utilization tracker. This is what I use. I line up all of my credit cards, all of them on there. I have my due dates on there. I made videos about this previously. And then I know I put on there what my balance is, how much my limit is, and then they tell me this is your utilization. It calculates it for me. And then I also have like on that same sheet, it says if you want it to be at 100%, 50%, 5%, 10%, this is the number. This is what your balance should be. I always pay down my credit cards to that number. And then I like to play with the numbers, because I know which credit card I should pay off, how much I need to pay off to be at what utilization. So I really like that. So somebody, what should I do from here? Just got to a 701. Just see if these things and utilization is something for you. Maybe you believe in 10% utilization. Some people believe in 10%. Some people believe in 20%. Try to see if you can get to that 5% and see if that increase score. So pay down all your balances to that 5% and see if that increase your credit score. But to keep your utilization, if you want to just have it at the best when you apply for anything, is 5%. I try not to apply for any credit card unless I'm at 5% overall. If I'm over 5% overall utilization, I try not to apply for something. If I am applying for it, that means I'm desperate, and I don't try to apply for anything when I'm desperate. I feel like a lot of situations you don't have to be desperate in it, but try to just have 5% utilization. And Credit Karma can also tell your utilization too. I just like that sheet. It's on my website. If you guys look it up, you'll see it's like with some dispute letters for like collections, charge offs, or try to see if you can find previous videos about utilization, and you can find the sheet there. But Credit Karma could definitely what your overall utilization is and your utilization on each credit card. But I just like this sheet because I can play with it. I can say, hey, this is what I want it to be, and then I need to pay, and I just pay it and it'll be there. So I really like that. Another great one is if you want to build your credit score fast, or if you just want to increase your credit score fast, how about you become an authorized user on someone else's credit card? Maybe a family member, maybe you just buy a trade line. But I like family member because you can stay authorized for a longer period of time than just being an authorized user on a trade line or something like that. Usually when you're an authorized user on the trade line, you'll see it don't stick as long. Like this account is going to stay on your credit report for 2 months, compared to if you had your mom or your cousin. If you're a spouse, they got a credit card, they can keep you on there for years and just make sure that they're doing what they need to do. But this can boost your credit score very, very fast. So I definitely suggest that you guys become an authorized user on like a family member credit card. I don't, it depends on what risk you want to take in terms of taking out a personal loan. I'll definitely make sure I answer these questions. We're on number 4. I'm about to be on number 5. I just want to make sure I get these out, and then I'll answer any questions. So go ahead and drop y'all questions, because I do have dinner in the oven and I can't stay for. So after I get done with this, it's only one more. I'll answer all your questions. So put them down below. If I get off of the live, just make sure you guys subscribe. I'm answering questions every day, so you should get an answer within 24 hours as long as you subscribed to my. Put them on any video, I'll see it. Just make sure you are subscribed, or I'm not going to see it. Last but not least is when you're trying to build your credit score fast. I see people with 1 credit card and they're like, I'm trying to build my credit score fast, and I'm like, you need at least 4 credit cards reporting. Try to have 4 credit cards reporting and 2 installment accounts. And I don't care if you guys are all the way at the bottom in terms of you need to get a secure credit card. Get the secure credit card. You just filed bankruptcy. You just have your credit just so bad that you cannot get any, can't get an unsecured credit card. Get a secure credit card. I don't care. If you need to build your credit, you need companies reporting to the credit bureau saying that you're paying on time. If you don't have that, you're going to be building your credit basically. So you need to make sure you have at least 4 credit cards report. If you guys already have those 4 credit cards reporting, then you have to understand that somebody will have to really look at your credit reports and say, if you get in a car, your credit score may go down, or your credit report, how old the accounts are. But you have to understand, if you already have 4 credit cards and you think, ooh, Rickita, I just need more credit cards so I can boost my credit score. Depending on what cards you have, your credit score is going to go down. Since I have so many credit cards, anytime I add a new account to my credit report, my credit score is always going to go down, because for one thing, I'm going to get a hard inquiry. And this is, again, keep in mind, I have a lot of credit cards. I have a lot of accounts. So I have a hard inquiry. And so my age, my average age of accounts, your age is going to be affected. So if you don't have 4 credit cards, it can actually help you increase your credit score. But I find that if you already got 4 credit cards, it's probably something else you can do to increase your credit score. But applying for credit cards and you already got 4 of them, this is not going to be, possibly it can drop your credit score. If you already got 4 credit cards, make sure your balance is low, you're paying on time, and you don't have any negative account on your credit report. And if you needed to go even higher than that, you need to just become an authorized user and try to find someone with history. So much of how much their limit is, unless you aiming to get a high limit when you get approved, you need somebody with history, because the age is what's making your credit score not be as high as you want it to be. So you need to find somebody that has, like, hey, my credit card been over for 10 years, I add you as an authorized user. Then like that is going to add 10 years of history for you. It's going to raise your average age. It's going to help you so much. So if you already got 4 credit cards, you already got the balance low credit cards, you like, Rickita, I got nothing on my credit. You don't have any inquiries. If you got inquiries, call the credit bureau, say, hey, I got this inquiry with Navy Federal, I have this inquiry with Credit One, I do not credit report. Remove it. Once you get everything negative off, your balance is good, you got 4 cards, you got 2 installment accounts, everything is on time, you might just need to become an authorized user on somebody else's credit to really get that boost that you need, because there's nothing else you can do like that. So I think that that's really everybody. I think that kind of covered everybody. So if you guys have any questions, definitely put them down below. Let me go ahead and answer this and then get my food out the oven. So, okay. So if y'all this is my thing about the personal loan. When you're doing business, it'll be nice if you can actually just set up your business correctly and just get some business credit. A lot of unions or banks out there can possibly give you a loan for your business, or you can possibly get some type of 0% APR for your business for your landscaping business. Use a 0% APR credit cards to actually buy all the materials, whatever you need. So I would suggest that you just get some business credit for this, and not so much a personal loan. But if you to the point where you like, Keita, I really need to do this, I know I'm gonna make this money, it's not a hit or miss kind of thing, I already got clients set up, I know I'm gonna make the money, then you can make that choice and do whatever you want to do. You taking a chance on yourself, and you can easily pay that personal loan off. But when it come down to personal loans, I personally don't like personal loans right now. I just like 0% anything. I don't want to pay interest on any type of debt right now. That's just where I'm at. So I would rather get a 0% APR credit card and use that to build a business, or or just get any type of a business fund, and then to personally guarantee some debt in name with personal credit, because you're going to also have to think about if you can even qualify for different things. You know what I mean? Like when you take out a personal loan, you're messing up your debt to income ratio. What if you want to do something with your personal credit? You're messing up so much. So if I were you, I would just get business credit. But if you like, I got this, I'm gonna make some money quick, I can pay this loan off right away, I just need the money to get started, I got this, then go ahead and do it. Just take that risk for yourself. Yeah, I don't care. Hey Twana, I don't care if charge off is like 1099, whatever it is. When it come down to accounts, because I've seen that the credit bureaus are acting so funny right now, y'all. A lot of people, y'all have to just be ready to sue companies. Like, seriously, I think that's really our only option. Like, we can play games with these companies, but the goal is to not, to me, the goal is to not pay the company too. And that's my goal. Like, I don't want to pay nobody. That would be my whole goal. I don't want to pay. So I would set up these companies, like, I don't care what it is, a collection, charge off, whatever. Send a due letter into the credit bureaus, the first for the charge off. Send it into the credit bureaus, asking the credit bureaus to remove this account from your credit report. Just send it certified. Credit bureaus don't respond at all. Don't forget, they have to remove that account. So you'll do a CFPB complaint saying, hey, they did not respond at all, they need to delete this from my credit report. And if they did respond, then I want you to follow up and send another letter to the credit saying, hey, how did you verify this account? It's a follow-up letter that you can send to them, but send it certified, and then send a letter to the actual company too. A lot of people don't want to send certified, but that's the trick, because it's a paper trail. Usually when you send a certified, you have a paper trail enough to sue someone. Get legal advice for whoever you get legal advice from. But I'm just saying, when I set up my paper trail, I was able to sue them. So after you send a letter to the credit bureaus, also the company that is reporting, say if it's Capital One, let's just throw them out there. Say if it's Capital One, account is still reporting inaccurately, which a lot of times it is, then I would just do another complaint to the CFPB, and I would really set up to just sue the company. I know this is scary to a lot of people, but you can have a lot of favorable, just sue them. And I'm in the process too of doing some more lawsuits. Y'all, my lawsuit already, I won, I settled, good. It is Capital it is Capital One. And Capital One, I sued Midland, but honestly, it was a Capital One account. I just threw that out there. I would rather sue, like, now that I sue and I know what it's about. I was playing games with this company to the point where they didn't want to delete it from my, because like I had to sue them. I had no choice, y'all, like, because it was to the point where I'm getting Midland deleted from so many of my clients, and it's like, how y'all getting it deleted from y'all? It's a sign that I need to sue. They making me learn fully how to sue on my own. So I would just say sue. But the thing is, you have to send a letter to the credit bureau the first month. You have to wait for the account to come back verified. Then you have to send a letter to the actual company, which is Capital One. Now, if this account is not reporting accurately, then you to actually sue the company, but do CFPB complaints and show this and stuff certified. Do you like Capital One? Did you? I was think about getting it. I like Capital One as a company. That's all I can really say about Capital One. I like them as a company, but I look at credit different than y'all. I don't care what credit card. I don't care. Honestly, I don't care what companies. When it come down to credit cards, I think about, are you going to charge me an annual fee? Are you going to get a bonus to sign up? Can I get 0% APR for 12 months, 18 months, 21 months? I aim for things like that. And then what cash I get. Now, if you get the Capital One Venture X, do you like the benefits come from that? If you do, then, get it. And I like companies that that's not going to lower my limit to hold a balance on some other account, and they pull my credit reports. Now they want to lower limits. They want to be, don't like stuff like that. But I look at credit differently. Like, I think about what can a credit card company do for me now, because I got so many credit cards and using them. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't look at credit as Some people, and I used to be like this too, I want this credit card, and it's like, why? And then I realized when I got my heart broken, I got my heart broken because I credit card and I could not get it, y'all. I could not get it. And I came to the conclusion now, it's like, okay, what is it about this credit card that you like? Oh, you like that they're gonna give you this cash back, and you finna like you like the bonus you finna get. That's what you like. Okay, well look, it's 4 other credit cards that can do that, and they can pre-qualify you. See if you can get one of the other ones. And that's just my mentality. If another credit card can give me what I like about this credit card, I just go for that credit card now. I'd be married to any type of credit cards no more. I'm not, and this could be too, I'm salty about how Navy Federal did me with just the at one of the branches about like ID. I rep Navy Federal to the fullest. Like all my kids have accounts there. I have multiple accounts there, and I just realized that companies can change. Like, I'm just not married to no company. Like, what can you give me? That's how I think. Like, what can you give me? And if you can't give me what I want, I'm gonna find that can give me what I want. But if you like the Capital One Venture X card, and they can actually give it to you, can pre-qualify for it and get it, then go ahead and get it. But I always think about what company do for me. Period. I don't care about the name brand of it all now. I think of it as it is a name brand thing. Like, think of like Truist. You guys probably know like a Truist credit, like a Discover credit card, or like Capital One. When I went with Truist, I wanted another credit card. I didn't really want Truist. I wanted another credit card, but Truist was able to give me a high limit by me for it, and they gave me the same benefits that another credit card was giving me, and they gave me multiple ones. It's like they went above and beyond. So sometimes you want to go with certain companies that's really big, like, oh, I want this American Express, I want this, only one American Express. We can get another company that can do that plus more. So I just try to stick to what I can get, period. If a company can't give me something, I just move on now, because I used to cry about credit. I used to be a cry, which is it's good that I talk about credit now, because I've been through so much in regards with credit. Now, what about the Mission Lane? You want to get Mission Lane? I have Mission Lane. I got it just to test it out with you all. They gave me an increase out of nowhere. It's like 50% of what the limit I already had. So it was all right. Don't forget, Mission Lane can possibly give you no annual fee, but they could also give you an annual fee. So just look out for that. You get like 1% back, I think. The amount that you get back, I think they just put that on your bill, or they could put on your bill. That's what I usually do with any of my cash back. I just put that on whatever I owe them, unless it's like Amazon, like my Amazon credit card. I put it on my purchases that I'm going to make anyway. So yeah, and again, with any credit card, y'all want to know if a credit card is good, ask, are you going to charge me an annual fee to use your card? I might not need you. That, think about it like that. That's off the top. Okay, you going to charge me an annual fee? What do I get? Because, you know, some companies may give you the TSA. They may pay for so much stuff where it's like, oh, this is good, I need to have this. You know, like with my American Express, I got the $99 annual fee on my Delta, but I got a welcome. I got like 65,000 miles, which is worth $650 in flights, you know. I still got like 40 something thousand of that left. And plus, I also, when I use the card, I'm going to get back. So it was beneficial. You know what I mean? If I was to even hold it for 6 years, I was still breathing on the card, because I still got those credits. So you got to figure out, if you want to pay an annual fee, what you're going to get out of it. And then, are you going to give me a bonus? You know, are you going to give me increases? Are you known for giving out increases? And what cash back I'm going to get. And my thing right now too is, what type of 0% APR could you give me, if you can give me any at all, because you're going to give me 0% APR, and I'm going to aim for more than 12 months. I want more like 21 months, 18 months, and things like that, especially if you guys are already holding a balance on some of your other credit cards, because you can save that money every month in interest. But that's everything, you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe, and if you got any questions, make sure you guys subscribe, and then put your comments down below. Let me go get my food out the oven, you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.